Wednesday, November 26, 1:51 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Do a top down of cryptocurrency Bitcoin. We've got multiple time frames as well as compared to other financial assets. Put you at the current situation awareness. Myself, I currently own 0, that means none, Bitcoin. At the current time, I own 0 cryptocurrency, that means none. I'm invested in other assets in the financial markets. This is a 20-year chart. Each candle represents a month. The current candle on the far right is not done yet. Not done till the last trading day of this month. So looking here in the 20-year history of Bitcoin, 20-year chart, but there is not 21. There's not 20 history, but there is history still here. But again, not 20 years, but I have the chart set up for that. So on the bottom left, look at the low, horizontal line. And the all-time high was this year on the top right. Big difference where we come from. The current trend on the monthly is down. Current trend is lower highs, lower lows. The candle for this month broke below the key level, that green zone, and still trading below that. Yes, we have a big wick on the bottom showing buyers stepping in. Doesn't change the trend. The trend is down currently, down. So look at the lows of the year right here. Several times we had buyers stepping in there, big wicks. Prior year, we were on a trend down, like a flag pattern, and we had buyers stepping in on the dips. But again, made lower lows. So we can still go a lot lower until the trend reverses. Again, it used a lot of energy for this month to go down here. This period up here, big wicks on the top, consolidation, distribution, smart money was selling, huge panic selling. So sure, we might get a retracement somewhere up on here. But again, it used a lot of energy down here. So we might see a H pattern form to go lower. Take it to the lower time frame now, leaving the monthly and going to the weekly. 5-year chart, each candle's a week. A lot of history here, you can see. Top horizontal line, the high of the year, and here's the low of the year, the horizontal line. So again, same thing, much closer to the low of the year. Zoom in a little bit. From the high of the year, that candle, the yellow horizontal line, to the low of last week, I have a, well, actually, no, I started it here. So this is a Fibonacci. From the high of this candle to the low of that candle, I have a Fibonacci drawn. Represents a trend. Look at midpoint. That red horizontal line, that's midpoint, 50% middle. It just overlaps at that imbalance area where I have the red zone drawn. Potential target on the upside. Potential more selling. Again, potentially that H pattern. Go in there, around there, above or below near there to form the H and continue going lower. And currently for the week, inside candle. So we tested this green zone, which was bullish bias, expected buyers there, and we had buyers there last week. So currently we're making higher low. Nice, sweet area, good setup. Again, key word, this was a setup. And my lower time frames were the single. So worked out fantastic. And I already showed you potential setups here on the upside. Things may change between now and the end of the week. So some of the stuff may not be valid, but this is where it stands right now. And a daily chart. See this minor consolidation here? And then we had a longer consolidation dragging out here. Massive rejections at these highs. Blow off top, making the high of the year. And then huge dump. Let me extend this out. So the current trend, again, down. Zoom in some. Imbalance area here, that red area. Also, I drew a Fibonacci here. Midpoint right there on that red. So potential retested there in that red zone. Big wick on the bottom. Midpoint labeled. Big concern here is, see this blue zone? Picture it like a river, a stream. On the far left, we had much retests in that area, rejection, and then we had a huge dump. Took a while until we got back up in here. We had several rejections. Impulse move broke above it. And then we had multiple tests here, which one was deeper here. They were acting as support. So what was resistance, consolidation above it, making it support for further expansion to the upside. Came down. Look at this. We had minor buyers stepping in there at the support. Consolidation support. Bounce on the upside, which was weak. A huge dump, broke support, closed below support. Again, key levels where sweet spots are, and we'll see if there's going to be a single to trade off of those. Multiple sweet spots I have here. Again, this blue stream river has been a key level in the past for trade ideas. Patience. Now on the downside, we broke these green zones and broke them heavy, broke them strong with a lot of force. We did a deep retracement, big concern. And currently for the day, we broke above that inside candle for the prior day. Now we're looking at a 4-hour chart in 90 days. All this gray zones, gray boxes, staircase out on lower low. So briefly, this gray area, big red candle, impulse move down, use a lot of energy, break there. And that's where we're potentially going to have a test on the upside. Might be rejection. I also have a swing point there and there. So I have several key levels labeled on the upside. That's part of the picture. Let's go look at multiple time frames side by side. Get more of an insight. So 3 grids, the far right, monthly, the middle, the weekly, and the left, the daily of Bitcoin futures. I say that because this asset also trades in the futures market. That's why it's in specifically the CME futures market. That's why it's the /BTC. Again, look at the far right, the monthly, the middle, the weekly, and the left daily. Good perspective when you look at multiple time frames side by side for some kind of correlations. Well, I showed you in the middle here, the imbalance area labeled zone, daily chart on the far left. Look at that there, that stream, which or might correspond on this monthly candle midpoint. But again, I'm not drawing on the monthly because it's not done yet. Let's do some deeper insight now. Compare other financial assets with this one. Using the higher time frame, the weekly. Each chart's a week. Far left is gold futures. The middle is the S&P 500 futures. And the far right is Bitcoin. Yellow horizontal line on top is the high of the year. Gold up strong, bullish. Look at the bottom of the left grid. Lower the year, gold has been up strong, bullish. S&P 500 futures, the middle grid. Since the low of the year, it's been up strong. It's in a consolidation area up here, just like gold. And Bitcoin, here's the low of the year. Here was the high of the year. We reversed, went up, broke above it. A lot of consolidation here, which was distribution. One more pump up here and dump. Deep retracement on the downside. It is not bullish here. I showed you about the H pattern. Yeah. These two assets, gold, ES, are strong. Let's compare this now to another. Let's put dollar. Switch out the S&P for the dollar. Compare that chart with. Again, each of these are weak. Left is gold. The middle, US dollar. Consolidation and reverse. We're on the far right, Bitcoin trending down. And more times builds in a consolidation, the more rest it is building for more energy for a potential reversal. Let's change this to one more financial asset. NASDAQ 100 futures. There we go. The NASDAQ 100 futures. Actually, let's put it for the cash. There we go, cash. And the weekly. So the NASDAQ 100, similar to the S&P 500, made that nice reversal up strong. It's outperforming. Again, the stock market indexes are outperforming Bitcoin. We're in the last quarter of the year. I'm not expecting all assets to make new highs for the year. I'm expecting certain assets to stay up strong. Thank you as always spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.